Alright, it is that time. It is officially my favorite time of the year. It's October. The Gothic vibes are vibing. The witchy vibes are vibing. So excited. So excited for this month. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and this is Books Forever After, where I sit on my floor and I talk about everything and all things books and nothing but the books. Well, I almost forgot what my whole thing was, my whole spiel. But you know, that is in summary how I generally am, apparently. It's just my personality. I am filming this on the 30th, so I'm hoping to get this filmed and done and edited so I can post tomorrow morning for you, as hopefully you're seeing it October 1st. So yeah, we have that. So I have been editing this other video for a while, my wrap up for the summer wrap up. That took a little time. So we're just gonna have to shift things around. So I was hoping to get this one a little earlier, but you know, I am, if not anything, if I could ever be relied upon, is always to feel like I'm always behind on things. So at least I'm consistent in that aspect. So wow, without further ado, so I can stop rambling and make this really actually quick and dirty, let's just talk about my books that I want to read for October. And what do you know? We got 13. I have 13, technically 12, but one of them they're like duologies, so I might read the second book in the duology to kind of make it my 13 on this TBR, and I'll talk about those as I go along. But first order of business, I am currently reading, let me bring this down, Beautiful Things by Emily Rath. I think I'm on like chapter 2. And this is a historical romance, Why Choose, which is a slow burn. And I don't know if it's spread across all 3 of the books. This was originally published, I talked about this last month, and it's now being republished again with artwork and this new design. The second book is coming out very soon, I believe in November. So the new editions for that one. And I believe the romance is spread across those 3 books. I don't know what to expect, so I'm wondering if there's going to be like a cliffhanger on here or not. But that is in general what it is a Why Choose romance. And it's a governess romance as well. So, you know, I love me some governess romance. So this is following Rosalie Harrow, and she's unmarried and near destitute. So she has 2 choices: to snag a wealthy gentleman or take work as a governess. And as I'm going and reading it now, she's traveling in a coach with this group and going to the next thing. So that's all I have right now. So we have that. Not very spooky-ish vibes or, you know, Gothic vibes, but we need a little bit of lightness in here. We'll see how that one is. And some of the other required reading that I will have this month, as I say quotation marks because it's arcs. If anything, for sure, I will be reading the book club book, which is Of Nightmares and Fire by Blake Gallows. This is a new release, and what really intrigued me, and I was able to convince April to try this out, the new to me author, it basically has like Freddy Krueger vibes and Dune Pirates and a slow burn and touch her dive vibes, and I don't know what else, but it sounds really good. The whole Freddy Krueger magic, like the nightmare magic, that's what really intrigued me. And by the looks of this book, it looks like it has some very Gothic, dark, romantic-y vibes. So that's what it is, a fantasy romance, dark romantic-y, Gothic romantic-y. Intrigued on what this turns out to be. And this is a book 1 in the Elusive Umbra. So we are going to be having our reading sprints this Friday, October 3rd at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. And then on October 19th, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have the live show on April's channel. So you have a few weeks to read this book, and you also are not, just so you know, you do not have to read this book during the reading sprints. that is just a call out. You can read whatever you want. You can just come and hang out with us. You can be like productivity kind of a thing. So it's really just reading sprints and just hanging out. So welcome to join, and I hope to see you guys there. I will have the link down below as well in the description box so you can click for the notifications for that. And then the other required reading, I really want to get to this one. It's not like, you know, Gothic vibes, but it's another fantasy romance. It is Between Love and Ruin by M.A. Frick. This is the second in the Dragon's Heart trilogy. I absolutely loved the first one. So good. This is a forbidden age gap romance, fantasy romance, where she is betrothed with an arranged marriage to marry this prince and falls in love with his widowed father. So, and there's dragons in here. So good. 5 stars. It's probably going to be my top books this year so far. So highly recommend. I was so excited and loved that one so much that I signed up for the author's arc team for this one. So yeah, so excited for this one. This one comes out, I think, October 21st. So yeah, you have time to read the first one and then get the second one. And this is going to be a trilogy, so you only have one more after that. So it's great. So excited for this one. Another arc that I have is The Earl That Got Away. That is Sirens and Silk, number 2 by Diana Quincy. I didn't get a chance to read this one. I really underestimated. I did not get, for some reason, I only got barely 5 books read. I think I read 6 books. I would say truly 5, because one of them I had like 2 chapters left that I read finished in this month. So it is what it is. So because I didn't read as much as I was expecting, I have a lot of rollover for that, and also just my arcs are still taking priority for this month. But that will not deter me to read these Gothic books for sure. And then another one that I'm really excited about, which I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, and I haven't read this author before either, but it was on NetGalley and I actually got accepted for the arc, and that is The Captain by Christy Caldwell. So like I said, new to me author, and this has some like a bit of a love triangle maybe, but he is like an army officer. She's always longed and yearned for him, and so it sounds like they have some history, but when he comes back from the war, he's changed into just dark person, but there's still this pull. And then she also just feels like she'd marry this one person but there's no spark, but he's the safer bet. And so it's that whole, sounds like a love triangle kind of thing. But I'm wondering, I haven't read Christy Caldwell before, but it sounds really intriguing, and based on the cover, it gives me a little bit of like a dark romance vibes, but like a pirate or pirateer kind of vibe. So excited from that. Let me know if you guys have heard of this. I'm really excited for this one. And so that is all the arcs that I have, so fingers crossed that I finish it. I did finish Fairy Tale, so we will talk about that in the wrap up for this month. And yeah, I will be doing the wrap up later this month for September finally, so we'll be caught up to do that. So I did accomplish something for last month. And then the other ones that it's like a historical romance that we're kind of delving in, so we're kind of going from lighter, a little darker, going into more Gothic, and then like really paranormal and really dark Gothic kind of here. So or like witchy vibes. So this one is The Widow of Rose House by Diana Buller. This is historical romance, Gothic romance. I know B from Mom Needs to Read Romance. I think she read this, and I am excited to read this. I think they actually read it for one of their book clubs, but I didn't get a chance to read it last year. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I got this one from the library. I'm hoping, I actually might pivot and read this one before Beautiful Things. I know I'm kind of just started that one, but I might pivot and try to finish this one if my library can't be renewed, my library checkout, because it's already renewed a couple of times, so I just want to make sure that I get to this one first. And then I have another one from the library that I may, that one is there, but I'm not really putting it on here because I don't foresee me getting to it in time, so we'll see for that one. But this one I was really intrigued by, and I want to prioritize more because it has that more governess Gothic romance vibes from that I can see. And then another one that, let me look at my list here, that is like a gothic romance that looks to be it's a gothic romance, and I don't know if it's a governess, but I think she's like an assistant to this Dr. Damien Cole. This one is called Dark Desires by Eve Silver. Yeah, so she is taking a position at an eerie estate, and she discovers that nothing is as it seems with a handsome and brooding employer. So, you know, totally gothic vibes, gothic romance. So she struggles with her fierce attraction to Damien, but she also must deal with the blood, the disappearances, and the murders. So very, very interesting. And it is actually part of a series that's called Dark Gothic series. So that makes me even more excited, because if I really like this book, I have more books by this author that is actually a dark gothic series, which I am just needing more of in my life when I want more gothic romance. So that'll give me a bit to read, which I'm really excited about. Continuing on with the gothic romance themes, I did not get a chance to get to Nightshade by Carrie Lake, but I am getting to this as well. Super excited about this one. This is the first one that I might is a duology, so I may do the duology as well, depending on timing. If not, I would just continue on another month, hopefully next month. But yes, I love Carrie Lake. She's definitely become a new favorite author, and I'm super excited about this. This one, like I said from last month, I don't know much about this one, and I want to keep myself a little bit blind on this one, because I've heard it's very, as much most gothic romances, it's intense or just a lot, and you don't want to spoil it. So, which I love, where it can just be very unique to that. So we'll see how we like this one, but I am foreseeing that this one's going to be a 5-star. And then going more towards the witchy vibes and you know paranormal vibes, I have Blood Orange by Karina Halley. This one I've been on my TBR for a while, for probably a couple years. And this was a recommendation from April from years ago. So this is vampires. I think it's like more towards the Dracula, like the original Dracula kind of thing. It's also a duology, so that is the other one that if I just in the mood and want to continue on, I will continue on with that one. Another one that is a witchy vibes is The Cursed, which is by Harper L. Woods, and this is book 2 in the series. I read book 1 last October, so I wanted to continue on. I was thinking of rereading it, but by the time how slow my reading is, I didn't want to do that. So I might just read the last couple of chapters from the previous book, continue on to this one. This one I also will try to read as an audiobook as well if I can. And then the other one is The Damned, which is the 3rd book in the series that's a new release. I think it follows a different couple. It sounds like they're going through the, like Dante's Inferno, going through the different levels of hell they have to traverse. So sounds really interesting. I'm actually really excited about the Damned. So that sounds really good. And I think that one releases really soon in October 7th. And I'm hoping that like the pages are really cool. So that is one that I really enjoyed for that one too as well. So hoping I can get to it, because I know we'll see. This is relatively short, so I'm hoping I can get to it. Plus with the audiobook, it'll help me, read it faster. And then I think, okay, and that is it. So after that, last and finally want to read this. This is called Dark Lover by J.R. Ward. This is a paranormal romance. I think it's vampires. I have never read J.R. Ward, but I've heard so many good things about it, and I've been wanting to possibly do like a read-along for this series, but I don't know if I want to commit to that because I don't know if I'll like this. So depending on how much I like this, maybe we'll do a read-along on it and we'll see how it goes. I don't know how that's gonna happen. And so yeah, that's we'll see how I do with this one. So I had no idea what to expect, if I will enjoy this or not. Paranormal romance, I have quite a few of the series of this, and I'm just trying to delve into more paranormal romance because I did enjoy it back in the day, and just see if I like the series. And that is all the books that's on my TBR, allowing for some more mood read options. And unfortunately, I didn't do a TBR jar this month because of how my reading was last month, and I'm still working on building that TBR jar. Thank you guys for those of you that have given me some of the recommendations. I do have those tracked. I will be putting that in the jar. But I'm also wanting to ensure that I'm doing, due to timing expectations, I'm trying to get my continuing series. I have 2 more to do in that episode series, and then my TBR jar should be good to go. And there's no rush because I know that this is going to continue on for next year as well, because we know we are in the final months of the year. So super, super excited about that. So yeah. And then depending on how it goes, so keep posted. So make sure that you're hitting the notifications, because I am intrigued to see if I will do a All Hallows Eve like live show, or like reading sprints, like hang out and chat. Because as you may recall, I was back in May, I had mentioned with my readathon for Ever Afterathon that I would like to do like a fall version, but mainly just not as intense, like maybe a bingo card or just whatnot. Due to timing and everything, or just schedules, I still want to do something, and I didn't want to do like a weekend read along, because even doing that would be a lot to do. So maybe it'll just be like a night thing to be like excited. Maybe we do some cool drinks and such, you know, hang out, get a fall drink, fall snacks, and just talk and chat. So if you are a booktuber and you're really interested and you'd like to join, let me know down in the comments if you want to do something like that for me. That would be on the 30th, so like All Hallows Eve, because Halloween, we're doing all sorts of trick-or-treating and such. So so we'll be available for that day, and we're gonna watch a scary movie that night too as well. So that is all we have for that. So I'm super excited about that, because I was just like toying with it, because I still want to do something. And now that it'll be towards the end of that month, we'll be able to, you know, finally get to do something. Let me know if you'd be interested to join. I would love to see. So I just want to garner what the interest is. And if I have enough people who would like to join, at least 5 other booktubers, that would be great. Yeah, just let me know. And we'll do something on that. I think it's the Thursday. It's the 30th, so. All right, well, I, of course, have already rambled as per usual. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so we can be notified every time I post. And if you haven't commented anything and you just want to let me know that you were here and you made it all the way through this video, go ahead and comment a pumpkin emoji, the pumpkin lantern emoji, pumpkin, yeah, a pumpkin emoji. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.